This is raw. This is real. This is Beyond the Cheque. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Cheque. I am Rachel Alani and I'm going to be your host on this episode. So today it's another episode of Beyond the Cheque and I'm super excited to introduce the guest that we have today. Who can that be? Guess. So we have a wonderful guest here, Miss Marvelous. So welcome, Miss Marvelous, and how are you doing today?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much, Ma.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Cheque.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming to share your story with everyone today. So I want to ask you, how did you get started? How did you get introduced into network marketing?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Marvelous Inetianbor. So I was a FITA student. I graduated last year. So how I got to know about this wonderful business opportunity, as an undergraduate, I wasn't doing anything. Unlike other girls out there that had one trade or the other to make money, I didn't have any single trade or any source of income. So my major source of income was my mom and dad. But I knew that was not going to be enough for me in the long run. I needed something more. I needed more. And I knew I needed to do something for myself. And coupled with the fact that I've seen graduates around, how they end up and every other thing, I just wanted to be different. I had to make money and then do something that would sustain me for the future. So I was in search of something to do when my sponsor, please appreciate my sponsor for me, Mr. Aruwaji Success.
Yeah, thank you.
So he told me about the business opportunity. He told me he was doing something in network marketing business, that if I become part of the business opportunity, that I was going to need my financial stability along the way. So I knew he could not do something fishy. I knew him to be a Christian, so it's not going to be like fraud stuff. But the business was entirely new to me, and I was focused on graduating with a very good grades to look for a job to do. That was my future perspective. But then I decided that, okay, I needed something to actually help me financially while in school because the whole financial stress was getting too much and all. Then I told him that, okay, I would love to do the business. If it is something that was going to give me money, then I'm in. Coupled with the fact that I was seeing so many changes in him, like he's somebody that I used to know, but all of a sudden he started buying sneakers, he was using a good phone, and whenever he cooks, he was using chicken to cook. Or as a student, I was like, who use chicken to cook as a student? Wow, it was like, it's the business opportunity that he's doing. So I was like, okay, then I want to be a part of this business so that I can also use chicken to cook on a lighter note. So that was how I joined the business opportunity. I got to office and they explained the business to me. What caught my attention about the business during the explanation was that the business was not just going to help me during my undergraduate days. I saw beyond the present. I saw that it's a business opportunity that I could even do even when I graduate, and it's going to give me a better life. So that was what I thought about, and I was like, okay, I want to do this since it is not something that I'll just do for now, and then when I graduate, I forget about it, and then I'm back to square one on the streets like some other graduates out there looking for a job. And then again, I saw some of my leaders that have gone ahead of me. I saw the kind of lives that they're living. Like, I saw young people that were comfortable. I saw people earning good money from New Life International, and I was like, that was in Czech Rally though. And I was like, okay, that solidified my decision to actually go all in and build my business. And today, I'm not regretting it. I've built my business to the status of an Emerald director, and I'm still looking to expand more.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that with me. Yes, so can you share with us a moment of doubt or fear when you just get started in New Life and network marketing industry?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of doubts when I joined the business. In fact, it was that same doubt that made me, I did not just join the business immediately. Even before I joined, there were a lot of things that did not sit well with me. More of like it was going to push me out of my comfort zone. I'm someone that naturally I love to sleep. I love to sleep, and I saw that doing this business, I would have to reduce that part of me. Like I would need to reduce the amount of hours I would need to sleep. And then talk about prospecting. Yeah, I used to be a very shy person. So I started thinking, who will I go out to talk to? Like, how will I tell people about this business? How would I build a team? Everything was so overwhelming. And I was like, are you sure I'm going to do this business? But I was like, okay, my sponsor would actually encourage me. You can actually do it. You can prospect, talk to people that you know, talk to your lodge mates, talk to your church, your fellowship members, and all of that. So I was like, okay, it seems I don't have a choice now. I have to come out of my shell. I have to develop myself into that person that wants to build this business. I'm also somebody that used to have stage fright. Yeah. Whenever I see people staring into my eyes, everything that I've prepared to say will just fly off my head and I'll be blank for some minutes. But over time, I began to develop myself. Those were my fears when I joined the business. And my hardest time, my most difficult time was when I had issues with my parents concerning the business.
And at first, when you get started in this business, your parents did not support you.
It was a tug of war.
Wow.
It was a tug of war. They did not at all. They did not support me. When I told them about the business, they said my mom was like, they've actually ventured into one network marketing business before, Tianshi.
Okay.
They did not like the way it is. They should explain a lot of things that they did not like about network marketing. So I was trying to explain, but this is new life. It's quite different from Tianshi. I don't know about Tianshi and all of that, but this is new life. I've seen the results. I've seen people become comfortable through this business opportunity, and I gave them assurance, but they did not listen. They're like, I sent you to school to go and study your book, graduate. I did not tell you to do any business and all of that. It was so bad. My dad had to call family meeting that night. Yes, they talked to me and all of that, but I still found my way back to school to continue building my business without their full consent. Okay. I just had to stand by what I believed in, but it's a different story today.
Yeah, I know, right? Like 8 out of 10 of everyone in network marketing, especially young people, we have to face that family meeting, family consign, and all of that. So I want you to share with me, what is their experience like? How are they treating it? What is their take about the business now that you've been able to build your business to becoming an email director?
Okay, now I can say today boldly that everyone in my family believes in my business today. They believe not just in the business, they believe in the product as well. Wow. Yeah, because some time back I sent some of New Life products to my parents, my dad. My dad's best product is Aloe Vera Plus.
Wow.
He stored them in the freezer and then he brings it out to take a glass every day. And my mom also, I sent Trenin and Provitality to her. She said her eyes became better when she took it. So like everybody in my family believes in my business, coupled with the fact that even before I graduated, I had not called my parents for any financial help so far. So they've seen that through the business opportunity, I've been doing fine on my own and all of that. So they are impressed. They are super impressed. Not just that, every time my mom calls, she prays for my business. And this is the same business that she asked me not to do some while back. So she prays for my business, not just my business, she prays for my sponsor.
Wow.
She's always like, God bless the person that told you about the business. She prays for my downlines, my team members too. So they are so excited that I'm doing the business. Currently, I'm supposed to be serving, but there's no pressure from home that go for service. No, they know that I'm doing fine. And when it is convenient for me, I will go.
You're going to go. Yeah. Okay, speaking of schooling, can you share with us, how does doing your network marketing business as a student, does it affect your school results, school grade, or how? Okay, let me just put it this way: that how is life, business, and schooling? How is it for you?
Yeah, back then in school, it was not very easy actually. Of course, it won't be easy. Whatever is worthwhile will not be easy. and I was not expecting it to be easy. But I made a personal decision even before I started the business. Because one thing I wouldn't want my parents to say about me would be that this same business that I asked you not to do, it has affected your education. Now you see. So I did not want all of those stuff. So I was like, okay, this first class, because that was actually my agreement with my dad. My dad was
Okay.
like, when you go to school, graduate with first class, you get a good job out there. If you don't get a good job, at least your department might retain you as a lecturer. So that
Yeah.
was our full long-term plan. So I was like, okay, when I do the business, I'll eventually graduate with this first class and I want to give it to my parents. Make mama proud, Abby. Okay, mama, I've made you proud. It's time to make my own, time to carve my own path. So it was not easy going to classes, but I had to find my way around it. Now, students are the most less busy people, if I want to put it that way.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people go to classes, they are not even attentive. They just go there to gist, while they wait time, they'll be on their phones, they are not really learning. And most importantly, one of the things that helped me is prioritizing. And I also know when to be in class, when not to be in class. I just had to find my way. One thing I can say about building business and school is that it is finding your balance is actually personal. It's a personal thing. It's a personal decision. If you decide that you want to excel in both your business and academically, you will definitely find your way around it and build your business and still have good results. So some classes I know that they were not very important to attend. I could still read for those classes and for those exams and tests, and I'll still pass. So that was what I did. So I virtually I found my way around it, and I was able to scale through, and I still graduated with a first class anyway.
Wow, that is so beautiful and amazing. For you to build your business and graduate with a first class degree, right? I'm super, super excited to hear that.
Thank you very much,
So,
Ma.
I want you to share with us, how has New Life changed you or network marketing changed you personally, not only financially? How has it changed your life or how has it changed you?
So before I said something concerning my fears about the business, stage fright, not knowing anything about leadership, prospecting, and all of that. One day, I think sometime last year, a member of my team came to me and he asked, Miss Marvelous, how has this business helped you so far? Like, he was just new into the business and he was curious. And he was surprised that with everything I said from the beginning to the end, I did not even say anything about money. And he was like I was counting a lot of benefits the company being in the business has added to me, and I did not say anything about money. And he was surprised. Yes, I said before that I used to be somebody that has stage fright, but today I could stand in front of people in events like Czech Rally and the rest, and I can say my story even without stammering or all of that. And team building was challenging for me at first. Being a leader, a lot of people are coming with their own characters, with their own personalities, and you have to deal with all of that and still want to be a good leader, and then just embrace everybody and give them a safe space to build their businesses. So that was challenging for me, but with time I was able to develop myself to that kind of leader that will be able to build a business, although I'm still learning. And talk about the products too and every other thing. So the company, a lot of benefits that the company has added to me. Now I am outspoken. Yes, I can walk up to anybody, talk to people, I can start conversations, keep it going and all of that. So I used to be this boring person. Even when my friends come around, I'll just be quiet. Either I'm on my phone or I'm just looking. So they have to start conversations and keep it going. I've been exposed to a whole lot of things. Reading books has added to me. I'm somebody that when people talk about reading books, I'll just be like, what's interesting in reading books? When it's not story book like Ralia the Sugar Girl. But today I read books a lot, and it has exposed my mind to a lot of things. And overall, it's been a great experience being a network marketer. I really love it. I love every bit of it, and I love seeing myself grow this way.
Wow, that's so beautiful. So speaking of downline and all of that. I want to share with us what is your take on leadership and what is your take on duplication? Leadership and duplication. How do you keep your team moving, building, even without you?
Okay. First, there's something I got to discover in the place of personal development, that the difference between a person that would build a business to a level that the business can function with or without that person, it entails that first you grow to become a leader, and then you become a leader, and then you produce other leaders that would still be able to run that organization even when you're not there. That's where the freedom lies. And looking to our freedom, which is one of the things I so much anticipate in network marketing, that time freedom, I love that so much. So I discovered that whatever I know, I need to I need 10, 20 other persons to be able to know it, function that way, and even exceed. So duplication in network marketing or in our business is a fundamental, like is one of the most important part of our business that cannot be neglected. So when people come into our business, when we have new prospects, when we have new people in our business, training them, teaching them the process, and allowing them to become part of the system, such that there's a system already on ground for them to follow.
Yeah.
It's not that anybody is reinventing anything new. There's already a system on ground. So we just need to let these guys understand that what this is the pattern that we follow in our organization. This is the system. You prospect, you train, and you make people grow, become leaders, and then they also produce leaders. So the process of me being a leader, and then I also would want to first, I have to be a leader. That's what everybody needs to understand. First, you have to be a leader, and then you produce other leaders. And then the process of producing leaders is what? Duplication.
Yeah.
So other leaders also produce other leaders. So our business is just about getting people to become leaders, even better than you. And to become a leader, you have to be personally developed. You have to grow to that point, because your level of growth is the level of your team growth is determined by your own level of growth as the leader.
Yeah.
So you have to be developed for your team members, and the people in your team to also develop themselves and also become leaders in your business. So the more leaders and the more duplication, the more the expansion and the more the freedom.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Yes. So to wrap it up, what do you do? How do you fuel yourself, your motivation on the days your energy is low? I understand that everything can be high. So what do you do on days that your energy is low and you do not feel like doing anything in your business?
Well, at the beginning of my business, when my energy is low, when things are not going well, like I feel like, okay, let me just go home and sleep. That was what I used to do. I'll just go home and lie down. Oh, I cannot kill myself. But later I got to discover, listening to podcasts, from the books that I've read, they said there's something that differentiates people that will do averagely well from people that will do exceptionally well, is showing up even when you don't feel like, even when things are not going on well.
Yeah.
You just have to show up. So there have been so many times where I would just need to do the leading and bleeding thing. Like, I'm bleeding, I'm still leading. So I still need to show up and wear this enthusiasm on my face. But deep down, I know that all is not well, all is not okay. But for the sake of my team members, yes, I need to put up that appearance and I need to show up for them to know that, okay, our team leader is active and all of that. But deep down, I know that things are not going well. But on my own, in my own quiet time, so most times I talk to my sponsor. Sometimes I talk to other of my friends in the business. Whenever I feel down, whenever I feel I'm no longer enthusiastic and all of that, it's often an outburst of a problem, right? So it is the roots of that problem that I always want to address
Yeah.
in times like that. So most of the time I talk to my sponsor, I talk to some other of my friends in the business, and sometimes I listen to music too to
Wow.
just clear my head and all of that. And then I'm back to implementing strategies that I get from discussing with other people about my business, and I move on from there.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. So, I want to ask you this. What advice would you give to distributor just starting, a member just starting, people in the business, and people like you? What advice will you give to them?
Yeah, distributors that are just starting, well, my advice to you is to keep going. Sincerely, keep going. There are days that prospecting will seem like there's nobody on the street. I walk down, they are saying no, 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 no. You see, one thing I've realized about our business is the results you're looking for is in the consistency. So there are days where you don't expect every day to go the way you want. There are days you go out there to prospect and all of that, and then you get the numbers, you're happy. There are some other days that things will not go the way you plan. But what will keep you going is being actively involved in the system that produces that result. So whatever it is that you're doing and you feel that the results are not showing forth, you're always going to office, you're doing what you're asked to do. Yes, some results take time, but eventually it will come. One thing I always tell my team members is that for you to be in an association of people that are having results, for you to be in an association of people that are working hard, dreaming big, and most of them are actually achieving their dreams and getting the results, it shows that it could also work out for you.
Yeah.
As long as you stay plugged in into the system. So as a distributor that is just coming up, stay plugged in into the system, and always remember that you have to be better tomorrow than you are today. So whatever it will take you to grow, whatever it will take you to become a better person for the sake of your business, please do it. Read books, attend trainings, obey your leaders, talk to your sponsor whenever you have issue. Even till today, I still talk to my sponsor whenever I have issue. So don't segregate yourself. Ladies especially. As a lady, if you're building your business, don't allow emotion. Don't allow too much of emotion. Emotions and business don't mix. As a lady
Yes.
distributor, don't because you're angry, you want to seclude yourself, you want to yell at your leaders and all of that because you're a lady. No, you can't build your business that way. So ensure that you stay humble, you learn as much as you can. My sponsor happens to be my friend even before I joined the business. And immediately I joined the business, they explained the concept of sponsorship to me, leadership and every other thing. I started seeing my sponsor as my leader in the business, taking instructions and all of that. And it has helped me so far. So I encourage all distributors out there, stay very, very active in the process. It is consistency in the process that brings the results that you're looking for.
Yes.
So, and I believe we all do well and build our business.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Marvelous. I
You're
had an
welcome,
amazing
ma.
time. So thank you so much for watching this episode, and I'm sure that you had an amazing time like I do. So, Ms. Marvelous, before going, we want to give you a gift from our top sponsor.
Wow.
So one of our top sponsor is Latest Vibe Visual Production, and for anything in video, photography, content creation, and anything visual production, they handle it and they can travel anywhere. So we also have another top sponsor, which is Act Travels, and Act Travels is giving you this gift. So for your travels, for your vacation, solo vacation, team vacation, flight booking, and everything that has to do with realization, freedom, you can consult Act Travels. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you have a safe trip back home. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and I'm going to meet you some other time on Beyond the Cheque. See you. Bye bye. This is raw. This is real. This is Beyond the Cheque.